Hope you love the channel and find it useful in becoming a happy retiree. Subscribe today. So good morning. Welcome back to Money Matters. Let's get back to this. The capital markets, the financial markets can place, they place odds because people want to bet on politics. And you can do this through a bunch of different websites and a bunch of different platforms. And it gives us the group consensus or the collective thought of what people of what's going to happen, what people really believe, and where they're actually putting money on these beliefs. It's very sensational. It's very desperate. And it sounds like it quite frankly, it sounds like great Hollywood is what it is. You'll see this on a episode of Veep or House of Cards coming to an HBO or Netflix screen near you. I mean, this is going to get written in, no question about it, because writers in Hollywood haven't even thought about the 25th Amendment. Now that it's been brought up in the media, you're going to see this in an episode of House of Cards. And you're going to definitely see it in Veep, which is the Julia Louis-Dreyfus show on HBO. That's a hilarious show about politics. So it is very unserious, where House of Cards is very dramatic and very, very serious. Both fantastic content. And yes, you're going to start hearing more about the odds for these betting sites. And here are three of them. Paddy Power, which is a UK site, Ladbrokes, and then Predict It. Those are three very popular, heavily trafficked websites that allow individuals all over the world to bet on outcomes of many different things, but in this case here, political outcomes. Right now, the options market, and again, you're betting. This is an options pool because you don't have there's no stock that tracks Trump's likelihood of impeachment or non-impeachment. These are options on an outcome. So these are trading. You're trading options, just like you can trade options on a stock. But this is something completely separate here. These are political binary outcomes, meaning it's yes or no by a date. So by the end of December of this year, does Trump get impeached? Yes or no. That's what people are betting on. Or over the course of the next 4 years, or does he finish over the course of the full presidency or the term? Right now, the options market's placing about a 25% chance on impeachment. And again, this is real money being placed on these outcomes. The chance of Trump finishing all 4 years, that's one item you can bet on. The Karen Handel, John Ossoff race here, the 6th district. It's funny to see a UK betting site. This is one of the top. This is the second or third on most trending bets. I mean, that's how big of a deal this 6th district debate is, by the way. It's a national spotlight, a global spotlight, quite frankly. It's one of the most highly bet upon president or political outcomes or political bets right now on the globe. The UK betting site now has odds that Trump doesn't finish his first term at 4 in 6. And if you do the percentage on 4 in 6, that's saying that that's a betting chance. That's placing about a 60% chance that he doesn't finish his first term, which is pretty incredible betting odds on this. But I also think that this is all, and this is my commentary on all this. So these are just facts that I just talked about. These are betting facts. These are numbers that are effectively measuring the sentiment of what people feel in the United States and around the world. And they're placing real hard dollars on it. And then my commentary on this and where I weigh in on this is such an amazing example of how anything can be just so clouded by emotion. Just like any overvalued stock trade. It's the same thing on stocks. Our monetary bets can be very clouded by how we feel as opposed to the reality of the situation. And when there's any base that's so emotional about anything, whether it's a company or a stock or a sports team, doesn't matter. In this case, it's politics. Emotions really they completely replace rational thinking. And this is probably one of the most clear cases I've ever seen for this. My liberalometer I don't know if I actually have one of these in the studio. And again, Money Matters is not a political show. I don't really. I try to stay very down the center here, and I guess I should probably have a right wingometer too. But in this case, the liberalometer that comes courtesy of my wife's Michigan family, very liberal family up in Michigan in Ann Arbor, a very liberal town. This week, her brother sent me a series of text messages. And I know that when he's excited about the demise of the Republican Party, then he's a great barometer for left-leaning politics. And this really was classic and pretty hilarious. One of the texts is this Trump Air Force One. And you know what? I need to pull this up. I was writing about this today, and let's see if I can pull this up. Yes, here we go. So it's a cartoon that effectively has Trump's Air Force One crashing to the ground. We're losing altitude. Don't panic. I'm the Donald, and we're still winning. This is all the bubble commentary coming out of a plane that's going down, and then it's this crazy picture of the White House. It looks like it's out of an apocalyptic movie. It's on fire. Trump's in front. It's just this disaster scenario here. And then the next text here is, and again, this is on the liberalometer from my brother-in-law, is that it's anointing Nancy Pelosi as the next president. All with this giddiness of a child, so excited about the demise. And I'll just tell him now, he's probably not listening, but that's not how the real world's going to play out. And it's not going to play out here either. And the odds and these betting sites are very clouded by emotion. The market for politics, if you were to put money on this, I think it's a big booby trap, because you're playing on all these emotions that this is going to happen, and all of these impeachment talks and this removal of President Trump leaving. I think it's just so far-fetched. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I think it's so far-fetched. What is going to happen though in Washington? We've talked about all these different predictive websites that are helping us understand the collective thought on political outcomes. Whether they're right or wrong, it's what we're seeing here. Real money is bet and placed on these outcomes. So you can see where they're putting their money where their mouth is. So the thought right now, at least on several betting websites, and this is Paddy Power, Ladbrokes, Predictit. These are all places you can effectively buy options on outcomes. Anywhere from the Ossoff, Karen Handel, Georgia 6th district race. That's one of the hot trending bets. And right now, the UK betting site, this was from, I believe, Paddy Power, the odds are around that Trump doesn't finish his first term. They put the odds at 4 in 6. That's saying that betting is placing about a 60% chance that he does not finish the term, which is a pretty incredible number if you really think about it. But I think that's clouded by an awful lot of emotion, just like any other overvalued stock trade or any. If you're betting on a sports team, you're betting more with emotion than you are with rationality. So I don't think these are going to happen, even though these are big odds that will happen. I still don't think. I still truly believe Trump finishes his 4 years. I truly believe that, because I think you've got a lot of sensationalism and people's just sheer emotion. And we know this. We know half the country really supports Trump, and you've got the other half that can't stand the guy. So there's clearly this tug of war, and with more emotion, I believe, than any other president in our history has created. And that's why I think these betting odds are skewed. Anytime you get emotion into betting, it's going to be very skewed. Hi, I'm Wes Moss, and thanks for taking a minute to hear about what's so different about my new book, You Can Retire Sooner Than You Think. So unlike other retirement books, this book will give you a step-by-step guide, whether you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s, to learn from what these successful and happy retirees did to get there. I hope you enjoy the book, but more importantly, I know that it'll help you retire sooner than you think.